So, Marianna, hello.
Hi.
It's great to welcome you here. And you're an expert in Russian technological market, and at the same time, you represent the family office of Sheikh Said bin Ahmed Al Maktoum in Russia. In that case, it would be very interesting to know more insights about the Russian market and how do you find the market, what trends you see, and so on. So, can you provide, please, an overview of your role as the country manager for Seed Group in Russia, and how are you helping startups to bring their business, their brilliant ideas to GCC?
Yes, Nala, first of all, I'm glad to see you. As for my role, I see it dividing for a few components. The first component of my role as a country manager for the Seed Group in Russia is to get people to know that there is such opportunity in the UAE market that Seed Group provides. I have to make sure that many people know about such opportunity. The second component of my role is to make sure people fully understand the benefits of such opportunities, because there are lots of controversial thoughts, I would say, and there are also different experiences people have in the region and in other markets, not only in the UAE. So the second component of my role is to make sure people really understand what Seed Group is doing and the importance of the UAE support in the market. And the third component actually is kind of maybe more business related, because I have to make sure the companies that come to me and interested to be part of that, I have to make sure I'm taking full charge and helping them to reach to the senior manager, so that this company will be able to really reach the point of contact with the office in Dubai.
So, as you've just mentioned, there are, I suppose, many companies with perfect solutions, and it is a very unique business landscape in Russia. So, from your point of view, what are the obstacles, what are the challenges for businesses operating in Russia and looking to explore the UAE market?
Yes, there are definitely many challenges, and the first one is the mentality challenge, the difference of the mentality, the understanding of the difference of the cultures. And I would say that one of those challenges that I see for the really good companies, for the bigger ones, not just the startups, is the miscommunication between the top management and the middle level management, because the top management insists that the middle level management should use some connections, some already existing power to enter to other markets. But the middle management, using these connections and using this already existing power and maybe the brand, they still do not have success. So they have some internal disagreement. And I think that maybe the time and some educational perspectives will help them to fix that.
And speaking from this mindset and mentality that you've mentioned, it is, I suppose, your role to provide them with insights from the UAE market and from the UAE perspective, right? So you open up this market for them.
Yes, definitely. Actually, my role turned out, from my understanding, kind of an educational one. So the education of the business perspective in Russia, to understand them, the mentality, the way you can make business, the way you can connect people and behave in the region is actually essential.
Yes, right. And could you please share some insights into the industries, into the startups which are right now developing in Russia with the focus on GCC?
Yes, actually, in Russia, there are some agendas as well. Basically, they're connected with the government. For example, I can list that there is a priority sectors in the economy in Russia for the implementation of IE, artificial intelligence. Basically, most of the agendas, they are not most, all of them are connected with the technology and AI. So the priority now is healthcare, agriculture, transport, and construction. And this is the priority sectors for the tech and AI in the future.
Yes, right. And taking into consideration that the EU was the first country to establish even the ministry for AI, yes, we could say that it is the perfect market for the most prominent, for the most developed Russian companies, which are operating, which are developing the AI solution, as you've mentioned, from healthcare, from agriculture, from construction, right, to them to come to UAE.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, there are some internal interests, and the situation in Russia also considers from Russian both governmental and business side to spend enough efforts to rebuild some products, and there is also lots of agendas, lots of programs now in Russia. I'm sure you know them very well. The programs that help to create the same technology that already left Russia. So this is something that is really taking a huge consideration.
Except for AI, what other industries you could mention which are right now evolving in Russia?
Yeah, there are also the statistics basically about overall industries. So there is still healthcare. Healthcare takes a good place always. Farming, production, food, chemical, petrochemical industries, which is quite essential for the Russian market, metallurgy, which is also quite essential, engineering, air, railway, and so on. Basically, all of the sectors that is evolving in Russia are connected with the economy in Russia, yes. So if we're talking about chemical and petrochemical industries, metallurgy industry, it's quite essential that they need some support in Russia because the biggest companies, the biggest corporations, they have focus on that. So this is the resources that the country has.
Right. And in that case, that is interesting that offering them these opportunities in UAE, we are providing them the gate to the world market, to the global market, to the global trends, right? Maybe you can shed some light on the current statistics and notable trends regarding the current Russian companies which are already in UAE. What do you think?
What we see is that they enter the market and they have some operations, some of them successfully, but the expansion to the whole MENA are something that is not happening as you expect it by time. From my perspective, the information that I have, that the expansion to the UAE market from Russian business developed like in more than 4 times, like 4.5 times in this year. The companies decided to move to the UAE and to start operations, to do business, and so on.
Right, and many times I faced Russian companies here. They really have problems entering the market, and from that side, I could highlight the idea, the importance of having local partners, right? Those who know the market, who know the leaders, who know the decision makers, those who can provide this access to decision makers and to open doors here in the region. What do you think about it?
Yes, it's essential, and it's essential to shift the mindset of the Russian business for that, because still people who have successful businesses in Russia, they think twice about this opportunity because they have some own vision that in other ways you can do that. Some people are scared about being noticed and being kind of remarkable in the region. So there are many nuances towards that.
So what do you think how the Russian companies could benefit from this cooperation with SID Group?
Basically, I find all of the components that SID Group provide is quite essential for the Russian companies to enter. Yeah, both cultural workshops, which is really essential because the cultures are so different. I faced already some situation with those companies honestly told me that, Marianna, we are teaching ourselves not to behave the way we behaved in Russia, because all of these patterns they've conducted for years. So we try to keep it down, to keep it much calmer, not to rush things, and it's really hard for them to change. So the cultural component is essential. Actually, the most important thing is to make the connection for those who is in charge of the decision-making process. This is where most of the people, even if they don't know other things, they see the problem. They see when they try to connect, they never have response, they never are able to go further, and so on. And also the educative side, not only the cultural education, but the education regarding the strategic expansion to the UAE, the strategic expansion to the whole MENA, I think is quite essential.
Right now, we could say that at the moment, SID Group has more than 40 strategic partners already, global strategic partners from different countries. What is the ideal portrait of a Russian company that could fit the UAE market in partnership with SID Group?
Yeah, that's a great question. So as usually the SID Group position to good to work with the companies on the SID plus stage, so a little bit more mature companies. And I think that those companies can belong to such sectors, maybe the mobile Internet of Things, because mobile companies, and we know that some of them already tried to enter the market, so they have a good interest and the ability to support themselves for this involvement. The mobile companies, Internet of Things, basically, the big data, everything related to big data. And there is also a lot of products related to kind of online products, such as online courses and some products which are not really hardware, I would say, but they are growing a lot in Russian market, and they have quite good interest from my perspective. So this is the sectors that I would prioritize. I think that the ideal ones are those who already tried some attempts, those who already have the experience of expansion, the understanding of the differences of the expansions in other markets, basically the experience of expansion. Some maturity in terms of the understanding of the global market is essential.
For sure. And I agree in that case that for those who already tried to enter any foreign market, or especially UAE market, there is no need to convince them to find a local reliable partner who will provide support and market knowledge, because they felt it, they know it. And to sum up, what advice would you give to the Russian company which is for now, for example, is doubting whether they are going to do it by themselves or they should find a proper partner? What do you say?
I would say be more open-minded. And the second thing that I would say, please continue knowing the people and the market and the opportunities. If you simply connect with people, simply try to understand those people, put yourself in other shoes as well, because sometimes there is an understanding that yes, we are expanding, we have resources, yes, we have difficult situation, but also you have to put yourself in others' shoes to see the perspective from other side. Because every situation has different angles.
Thank you, Marianna. Thank you for this conversation. And I hope and I'm sure that more Russian companies will enter the UAE market with their brilliant digital solutions, with the help, with the participation of you and of course, SID Group.
Thank you, Nal.